What is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to something new. Today I have got a brand new mini challenge for you that you can either add on to the end of one of our full body strength workouts or other full body weighted workouts, or if you feel like you just want to spice up your week, you can work it in between workout days as an extra challenge for this challenge. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you will know that I am all about working smarter, not harder, and helping you get gym results without the gym. Especially in light of everything that's happened this year, it is clear that unless you have racks, plates, barbells, and a full range of weights, the techniques that work in the gym do not work at home. So instead, we need to use training techniques that allow us to build more strength with less weight. I built these techniques right into our full body fit guide, as well as into our more recent full body strength workouts, which I will link an example of those somewhere up here. But these techniques are based on the premise of something called mechanical or technical progression, which involves progressing the mechanics of an exercise. So how it looks, how it's actually performed, the way the inner workings of the exercise works, so that instead of progressing weight to progress difficulty, we are progressing the exercise to progress the difficulty. Because the truth is, your body doesn't actually know how much weight you're lifting. Your body doesn't know if you're using a machine, if you're using a barbell, if you're using a dumbbell. It doesn't know if there's 100 pounds on that barbell, 200 pounds, more or less. Your body does not change in response to a specific weight. Your body changes in response to increasing demands if something is feeling more difficult as compared to what you are used to. So it can be helpful to have benchmarks or a reference point of some sort of exercise that you regularly come back to, you regularly test to see if that exercise is getting easier, if you're getting stronger at it, something that you can use as a gauge, like a meter stick, to see if you are actually making progress. That is what today's challenge will be about. That is going to be the purpose of this challenge. What we will be doing is something called the skater squat. This is sometimes used as a progression as you work up to doing a pistol squat, but the benefits of this are that it puts significantly less strain on your knees as compared to a pistol squat, and it's also easier to add external loading to, right? If you want to add weight as you get stronger, as you progress, it's a lot easier for that. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna take you step by step through the skater squat, explaining how to do it, the correct form, what to do if you're not quite ready for a skater squat yet. I'm gonna give you some other options for testing, then we're gonna test our strength. So all you'll need for today's workout is yourself, body, a bit of room to move around. That is it. Over time, you can add weight to this exercise. You're probably gonna be okay without today. So if you're ready to get started, make sure to shoot me a thumbs up and let's get into it. Getting into the skater squat, this is a bit of an uncommon exercise, so don't worry if you're not familiar with it. Think of it kind of like a reverse lunge, but without the back leg. All right, so it's the exact same movement. We're starting the same way. We're lowering, we're sitting back at the hips. However, I'm not using that back leg to either help me control the lower or to help me raise back up. So this is a true single leg exercise. This is going to put all of the emphasis on one side, really challenge your strength, your stability, like all of it. This is a difficult exercise. So the way that today's strength test is gonna work is I'm actually gonna take you through 3 different exercises now before we go to testing, so that you can figure out which variation is best for you to try based on where you're at, based on your strength level, then over time we can progress up to a full skater squat. So first exercise will be the reverse lunge. Second one will be a variation that's a bit easier that kind of combines the lunge and the skater squat. And the third option will be the full skater squat. The idea is that for today's challenge, I want you to pick whichever variation feels most challenging for you, but you can still perform with correct form, confidently perform on both sides. All right, so getting into the demo for the reverse lunge, I want you to do these with me as a little warm up. It won't take long, it won't tire you out. Feet shoulder width apart, shifting our weight to the left side. We're going to sit back at the hips, bend at the knee as we step back with our other leg. So just like this, I'm going to bring my arms up for stability. You can see that that back leg helps me control the lower and then helps me come back up. So give me a couple more of those, getting comfortable with that. And remember, it's okay if you have to start today's challenge with just this exercise. All right, the second option for how you can test your strength today is going to be an eccentric only split skater squat. So that means that we're only going to be doing the skater squat, the really challenging exercise, on the way down, but on the way up, we get to use both our legs. All right, so the way that's gonna look is feet shoulder width apart. Shift your weight to the left side. However, instead of just lifting your leg and stepping it back, what I want you to do is bend that right leg up, find your balance here, brace your core, do what you need to do. Now, we're gonna do this at the same time. Hips back, bend the knee. I want you to keep this right leg bent up, not touching the ground for as long as you can. If you can get down to a full lunge position here, that is ideal. So get as low as you can go, then touch the toe down. Now press up through both legs to stand back up. Okay, so we're only doing the really challenging exercise for the lower, then you get to use the other leg to help you back up. So give me a couple more reps of that. Again, same thing. Shift the weight to the left, bend the right leg up, find your balance, do whatever you need to do if you're wobbling a little bit. Now, sit back at the hips, bend at the knee, lower as far as you can, plant the toe, push back up with both legs. Give me one more of those. Shift the weight, bend the leg, sitting back at the hips, bending at the knee, arms come up for stability, plant the toe, bring it back up. This is a really good way to break down the skater squat to build strength until you can do a full skater squat. Now, if that's really tough for you, you don't have to do the next demo with me, just wait, hold on. It's gonna take no more than about 30 seconds to get through this. I want you to save your strength for the actual test. If you're up for the skater squat, do it with me, consider it a warm up, all right? Full skater squat is gonna be feet shoulder width apart, shift the weight to the left, bend the right leg up, core tight, find your balance, sitting back at the hips and bending at the knee. As I lower, notice I am not flexing that toe. That toe is not going on the ground. If you want, you can touch your shin down, but we are not using that back leg to help us get up. Okay, so from here, it's back up. Stabilize between reps and drop again. That is the full skater squat. So what I want you to do now is think about each of those variations that we just tried out, and I want you to select which variation you feel confident testing today. All right, just so you know, we are going for as many reps as possible, but that doesn't mean that we are going fast or we are rushing. By as many reps as possible, I mean as many reps before your form breaks down or before you say get stuck at a certain part of the range of motion, right? So my advice is to select whichever one of those exercises is challenging for you, like the most challenging one you can still do with correct form, but that isn't so easy that you can just like go bang at like 20 reps, no problem, and feel like you didn't even break a sweat, right? So if you're really starting to feel challenged by maybe that eccentric only skater squat, do that. If you're maybe newer to working out, stay with the reverse lunge. Or if you're really looking to challenge yourself, you've maybe been lifting weights for a little bit, go with the skater squat with me. I will be doing the skater squat today. Like I said, when I say go, what we're going to do is as many reps as possible of that exercise. We'll be starting on the left side, but just because I say as many reps, again, doesn't mean you need to rush or you need to go fast. I want you to continue counting your reps until either your form breaks down, so you start to feel a little wobbly, maybe your back does something funny, or until you see a significant decrease in your rep speed, all right? Say you're at the bottom of the squat, you're starting to get really tired, you kind of get stuck here, you have to wobble to get up. That is when I want you to stop your set. That is when I want you to stop your count. So the way this is gonna work is in a sec, I'm gonna press, make 30-second countdown. It's gonna count us into our challenge. We will start on the left side. I'm gonna give us a full minute to test the left side. Now, realistically, we'll probably only be using 10, 20 seconds that minute, depending on how quick you fatigue, how far you can go. The rest of the time will be rest. Then we'll take a rest period and go over and repeat that on the right side, all right? So I'm gonna go start that 30-second countdown. All right, what that means is we have 30 seconds to get into position on the left side. As a reminder, once we're through with testing the left side, we'll have a break. We will warm up the right side. We'll go over to the right side, okay? So pick that variation that you're gonna do. Remember, keep counting until either your form breaks down or your form significantly slows. Stop counting and wait until I say it's time to get ready for the right side. Because we are off in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. There's no rush. We wobbled, all right? I got 7. If you feel like you have to touch down between reps, that's okay. But if you're having a serious form breakdown or wobble, that's time to stop so that we stay safe, we stay honest with ourselves. So I got 7 reps on my left side. We have now got a minute 30 of rest and to get prepared for the right side, all right? So if you want, let's go through the exercises together again. Option 1 is a reverse lunge. Feet shoulder width apart, shift the weight. As we step back, we're gonna sit back at the hips and bend at the knee. Just like that. Consider this your warm up for the right side with the reverse lunge, all right? Option 2 would be the eccentric only split squat. So as a reminder, shift the weight, hover the leg, find your balance, sit back at the hips, bend at the knee. As we lower, hook that toe under, push up with both legs. All right, give me 1 or 2 more reps of that. Bend the knee, back at the hips, flex the toe, up through both legs. All right, remember you don't have to do the demo of option 3, the skater squat with me. If those 2 are already challenging for you, just sit this one out. You got 30 seconds till we test the right side. But on the right side, the skater squat will look like, shift the weight, hover the leg, keep that foot flat, don't push those toes into the ground, lower it down, bring it back up, just like that. So pick whichever one is right for you. I do recommend you do the same duration on both sides so that we're keeping it even, because we're off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Remember, it's okay if you have a little wobble, you can keep counting, but if you really feel like that wobble is because you're fatigued, I encourage you to stop. All right, I think that was my time on the right side. I started to feel a little fatigued through that inner thigh. When you get that deep, you'll really feel it in those inner thigh muscles that are stabilizing. So I got 7 reps on my left leg. I got 8 on my right leg. Let me know what option you chose. If it was option 1, the reverse lunge, option 2, the eccentric only skater squat, or option 3, the full skater squat. Ooh. And let me know your score on each leg. If you're training with me, if you're trying to build strength with less weight at home, like you guys have seen, I use the 5-pound weights, I use the 15-pound weights, but you wanna make sure that you're actually progressing in strength. I encourage you, come back to this video once a week, twice a week. Once a week's probably fine. Do it either after your full body strength workout or do it on a non-weightlifting day and use this as your metric to track progress against. Just because you're not lifting more weight doesn't mean you're not getting stronger, all right? There's more than one way to achieve your goals. It is possible to work smarter, not harder, and get gym results at the gym. So let me know your score in the comment section down below. This is a new style video, a new style challenge, but I think it's fun because we can improve together and we can hold each other accountable, all right? So let me know your score down below. Thank you for working out with me, and I can't wait to see you in our next video.